Yo, what's going on, everyone? Waveomatic, back of the Wavo lab in the Wave Garden. Want to take a few minutes out of some of the work that I'm doing to give you guys a quick update on what's going on with the Art of Dance waving project that I've been working on now for quite some time. First of all, I had some setbacks. I lost two hard drives, the backup drive and the main drive, in a very bad electrical shorting that happened. So that set me back because I lost 80% of the work, even though it wasn't really edited, finalized. A lot of the footage and the lessons were gone. So that was tough to deal with because that wasn't my first setback that I had when I first started this project years ago. The good thing is that now it's even better. That had to happen for me to really say, you know what, let's make this like the Bible of waving. Let's make this the ultimate waving guide. And that's what exactly this is. We're gonna look at waving from the very beginnings, the foundations, the basics, the fundamentals, you know, to all the way to where you're creating your own waves. I have these physical algorithms, these concepts that once you apply them to your dance, to your waving, it's going to just open up your mind completely. This is proven, I guarantee it, it works. I've worked with many, many dancers and they all tell me the same thing. Wavo, boom, you opened up my mind with this. I want to open up your mind with this. So we're going to really explore the style. We've just been chipping at the ice. And I've discovered that there's a whole ocean underneath of that ice, an ocean of waves. And so let's grab some gear and dive in there and go find some with me. You know, I mean, this is like exploring some new caverns. We're gonna explore some new caverns in the ocean of the style of waving. To do that, we're gonna start at the foundations. And I'm gonna show you the foundations. For example, the arm wave. All right? Hand waves that include the fingers. Okay? So we're going to look at that. We're going to look at the body wave. Okay? From the first one, the tidal wave. All right? How that became something like this. We're going to also look at the foundations of tracing. Yes, tracing is a wave foundation. Basically, everyone traces. Right? So we're going to look at that too. We're going to look at the basics of it. I'm going to show you how to take these basics and how to build with these basics. How to take these tools and build your own structure. Build your own house. If we have a solid foundation, if we have a solid base, then we can always build and rebuild on top of that. And that's the beauty of it. But if you don't have a solid base and your structure is not solid, not only does the structure come crashing down, but you also have to rebuild your base all over again because the next structure is going to fall down too. You don't want to do that. And that's why we look at basics, just to get a base. All right? Foundations. To get a base, to get the fundamentals. It's these fundamentals, it's these basics that separate all the different dance styles in pop. Okay? You can see waving for what it is, tutting for what it is, and all these other styles for what they are, and you can explain the style and show the style by looking at the foundations first. So we have to look at that first, and we're going to do that. We're going to learn how to flip these foundations. I'm going to show you how to take a foundation and make moves out of them. How to take just an arm wave, reverse it, and flip it around different ways. And just by taking that foundational move and using our own taste, our own flavor, we're going to change it up. I'm going to show you how to take one simple move, like look, let's do this together right now. Put your arms out, we're going to trace a wave from this arm. We're going to get to this shoulder, get to like a praying position, push it over to this shoulder, and continue the trace so you're going round and round like this. Okay, see that? Now look what happens when I get to this hand. I just flip it over to this one, wave, push it over, and continue. See, with this one move, we can make 10 moves, for example. With any move, you can make 10 moves. Watch what we're gonna do. Take a step this way now. Back to the center, now this way. Back to the center. So we added some movement to that. Okay, now check this out. Take that same wave and reach down and do it. Go a little higher. Back to the middle. Go all the way up. See? You made 3 moves right there. Okay? Watch this. Tilt your head and go behind the head now. Now check this out. Turn with it. See? About 10 moves all together right there. And that's what I'm talking about. By using these concepts, by using a lot of my ideas, I'm gonna really have you explore your dance. You're not gonna wave like me. I mean, you know, you might, choose to use some of the waves I do or whatnot, but you're gonna look like you when you do them. As everyone who I've taught looks like themselves when they wave. Because I don't say you do it like this. You have to have your hand exactly like this, your shoulder exactly like this. If you understand the concept, if you understand the mechanics, then you're gonna understand how it relates for you. Because everybody's different, you know? And your dance is the fingerprint to your soul. Your dance is your expression. Your soul's expression, your self-expression. You know, if a soul could talk, it dances. Maybe that's how souls talk, you know? But my point is that it's your fingerprint to your soul. And that's why when you take these concepts, you get to explore yourself. You get to learn more about yourself through this dance. This is really, really a cool thing. Now, we're gonna look at all that. I'm also gonna teach you how to create your own waves. I have concepts, theories, ideas, and I also have these, what I like to call algorithms, you know? Meaning that it's like a formula. And when you apply it, it starts creating these waves for you. It's really magical. I'm not gonna give too much right now. It's gonna be on. It's actually, the lesson's already done, and it's, you know, already in the timeline, the editor. It's amazing. Okay? The people that I have shown this to have been able to create their own waves, and they'll come to me and say, look, look at this wave that I created. Good example, Can from Poriotics. Okay? This cat has really taken the concepts I've given him. He's very underrated at waving, you know? But let me tell you, he's one of my little monsters. Okay? Because he listens, and he sees these concepts, and he flips them. And I mean, I can tell you tons of people, but we don't got time for that. I just wanted to give a quick, you know, heads up on what's going on. So when we look at foundations, building off those foundations, taking, you know, a move, making 10 moves, and in turn, each 10 of those moves, we can take 10, make 10 more moves out of those. And then we get 100 moves. So each one of those moves, we can make 10 more, so you get another 1,000. I mean, it goes on and on. Theoretically, this style's unlimited. And that's true. Now, the beauty also of this is that it really goes to a lot of different scenes. It's not just for popping. Waving has manifested itself through the centuries. And one of its latest, you know, manifestations has been here in California with the funk street dance era. Waving's been around for forever, and some of its latest, you know, manifestations are like turfers that do it, and you know whatnot. But the thing what I want to talk about, just real quick, is that waving is, you know, centuries old, thousands and thousands of years old. Probably in the very first civilization that, you know, man knows of today, the Sumerians, there's some evidence that some of the precursors to belly dancing was happening. You know, later on through the centuries, it became more and more a wave-like expression. Also, we have waving in many different continents. All the way in ancient Greece, the ancient pantomimes in the ancient theaters would actually go behind the actor's head and use their hands to make the snakes of Medusa, for example. The tribes in western and central parts of Africa did stuff like the bird dance. So you have waving there. You have waving in South India with the snake tribes, actually the snake cult worshipping, where they did their snaking. Okay, waving. You can look and find waving everywhere. Even ballerinas. The dying swan part. Perfect arm waves. I mean, just like a bird, like a swan's wings, but done so elegantly and so beautiful, so graceful. These are perfect arm waves. Waving is everywhere. Waving is everywhere. And this can help everyone in all those scenes. A lot of hip hop dancers are using it. It really, really, really can help tremendously because I'm teaching a lot of technique, a lot of concepts. This isn't just about here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're gonna have that too. But this is more like here, take this, play with it a little bit like this. Here's show me some of your results. Here's some of my results. Let's exchange some more ideas and show each other some results. And by continuing this process, we're just progressing the game. We're pushing waving, we're pushing it, we're chipping again at that ice, and we're looking and we're saying, whoa, there's a lot of depth behind that ice. There's a lot of depth down in that ocean. There's a lot of waves, there's a lot of current. All right, and that's what we're doing, that's what we're gonna do. Another thing is, waving is everywhere. In nature. The only reason you can see me right now is the different way the light beams are reflecting. And light beams work in waves. The only reason you can hear me right now is because sound waves are coming out of your speakers, from your computer, or whatever device you're watching this from. And those waves are penetrating into your eardrum, creating the sounds that you hear. The words you understand right now coming from my mouth technically are waves. That's right. So I'm just gonna end it right there. Coming soon.